don't know the power of a reaction.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it?
What is happening, Magnus sites? Coming on the heels of that little behind-the-scenes Star Wars trailer, I guess. We also have Star Wars Battlefront 2 behind the story, because this is being told from the Empire's side. That'll be interesting. Let's check this out. All right.
I've always been a fan of the dark side. The idea of the Imperial perspective is you never really understand who they are as people, right? How the organization works. How can we distill that and how can we make a story around that?
By the way, there's a lot of women that would agree with you, my friend.
The story of Battlefront 2 is absolutely an essential story.
What happened after Return of the Jedi? What happened to the galaxy? What happened to the Empire without an Emperor?
What it might feel like to be in this galaxy as it starts to break apart.
What's really exciting about this story is that we're going to see it from the point of view of a character like Iden. So we're going to see it from this Imperial point of view.
Inferno Squad is a Black Ops team that most people don't even know exists.
Oh, that's her.
Special forces.
We happen to be on Endor when the second Death Star explodes.
Iden is presented with an extreme challenge, the destruction of the Death Star 2 and the death of the Emperor.
What sort of choices would somebody in that situation have to make about who they are and what the galaxy was going to become?
And it's interesting, does that mean, now that the Empire's fallen, that they're the underdogs?
You ain't no underdog,
Iden
baby.
is a tried
Top
and
chef.
through Imperial. She's somebody who grew up on a planet called Vardos.
She was very quickly put into a military camp for children.
She has spent her whole life building up to this moment to be commander of Inferno Squad.
Moff Ravens informed the Admiral that Operation Cinder could proceed as planned.
Hask is the most zealous of them all, I would say. He's the most interested and invested in how far the Empire is willing to go.
He was an orphan, so he needed something to latch onto. Empire is peace and justice and order.
Even when people are faltering around him, he pushes forward and says, no, the Empire is the way.
I'm picking up distress calls, too many to count.
Del has seen more of the galaxy than most people in the Empire.
She could convince me to work for the Empire.
During the time of the Jedi.
He brings a lot of humor.
Him and Iden have a bit of a banter, have a bit of a laugh.
This is actually pretty cool. I didn't know that they did this.
In Star Wars. And one of the things that we wanted to make sure we captured is the dynamic between Garrick Versio and his daughter Iden Versio.
This is the catalyst for Iden, where she learns the future of the Empire and she's elevated to a point by her father.
Your next assignments, they are unusual.
She's my daughter. She's all I have.
I do need for her to understand why I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Everything in Star Wars is connected, and part of our job is to make sure that the games we're making do connect back into that larger universe.
But we're now able to use this game in Battlefront 2 as a resource to take this information into future development projects.
Cannot save them!
That's crazy.
I think all those games out there.
That's crazy that they've done all
This
this
is the
for this.
culmination of all the things that are good in the world. Video games, Star Wars, and a team of people that are willing to take the time to do the work.
We have to take risks, we have to be bold, we have to push everyone's boundaries, and we leave a good footprint behind.
So, EA, if you're working on another Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 3, and she's working on it, you can bring me in on the project. I do good dark side voices. Watch this. You don't know the power of the dark side. Oh, burn. See that? If James Earl Jones ain't gonna work on it, bring me in and motion capture. As long as she on screen with me. I didn't know they would do this. That's interesting. Like I remember, you know, because I have a gaming channel, and this will be on the gaming channel. I said channel, and you know, fans type stuff and tell me stuff about the games sometimes. Who's voicing the characters? What studio created the game? You know, different things like that. You know, I've known that they have used different voice actors for stuff, but I didn't know that now. I mean, is this just the first game that's done this to where it appears as if they are doing what they have done with basically Andy Serkis for the 8 movies or for Gollum or whatever? Like, there's this motion capture and they're actually acting and moving, you know, like, I've heard they've done certain certain voice actors have voiced certain characters and the characters will look like them, but it wasn't as extensive as this. It was just like, yeah, it was made in their likeness and stuff, you know, whatever rendering, whatever they do. But this is some motion. This is real Hollywood movie type stuff. That's cool. I like that. These video games are big budget stuff. They have been for a while. You know, a little side story. I remember years ago, many moons ago, that I saw that a guy that made music for video games was a millionaire. And they gave us a tour of his house, showed us his Lamborghini Countach and all this other stuff. And I was like, wow. And to me, to tell you the truth, there was a lot of pride in being a geeky kid at that time, because I was like, you know, everybody talks shit on video games and me for playing video games, and the guys that make them are really making a lot of money from it. And I remember at the time that was what I was going to go to college for, and I was like, yeah, fuck all them. Look how good this guy's doing. People make fun of video games, and you know, at the time, I remember video game music was getting like really good to the point where it was like comparable to movie scores, and I was just like, I don't care who music's fucking good. I need a CD for it. And then I found out in the back of Electronic Gaming Monthly, Japanese companies were already selling CDs for the game music. And I was like, see, they're ahead of the loop. I mean, they're ahead of the curve here. But anyway, this looks good. When it comes out, I will get it because I'm always willing to give a second chance. I liked the first one, but it just didn't have enough in-depth gameplay, story mode shit. You know, it's just like, y'all remember. I don't feel like going over it again. But anyway, post comments down below. Let me know what you all thought. If you enjoyed my reaction, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Of course, if you did not, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. $10 million subscribers. Woo!